I'm very happy you're all here, sharing in meditation, coming together and connecting the heart, connecting within and connecting without, which is really the same thing. And still, that's what we're doing here. When things come up in meditation, activation can come up, conditioning will come up. Things will come up in our humanity, which is what it is. That's will happen. Things will come up in our bodies, in our minds. So they're all welcomed here. They're all welcomed as we are welcomed exactly as we are. And so are all these different parts and forms that are coming and going and visiting us for however long they want to visit us. So when we sit together in meditation and something comes up, doesn't mean there's anything you're doing wrong. Yeah. In a way, you could even say the moment we sit in meditation, what tends to happen for most people is that our conditioned self, our imprisoned self, is actually right in our face. Yeah. That's in a way a good thing, because then it's just wanting to be seen by the light of awareness. It just wants to be received because it wants as much freedom as we want freedom. Yeah. And the more we want to push it away, the more actually power we give it, because we put our energy in it. I don't want this. I don't want this. And probably you know that in your daily life, whatever you don't want starts pushing even harder on you. So today I want to invite you, as in a way I always do, is to see what it's like to let those parts, those whatever form wants to come and be experienced, to allow it to be experienced. Just hold that question. What would it be like if that can be allowed to be experienced? And then also knowing that that's not all where we want to put our attention and intention. Because we're here to truly awaken to our nature, to our true nature, to the beloved that we are. And so we definitely want to be open to receive. And first, it is an experience first to open up to our nature, to our true nature, because our true nature is right here, right now. While we're all sitting here, our true nature is sitting here too. It's sitting, always sitting everywhere. So what we tend to do is when the conditioned or the imprisoned self comes up, we tend to just want to focus all on that, to either I'm busy fully receiving it, or I'm busy really, I don't want that. I want, busy struggling with it. So whatever happens, struggle, pain, pleasure, anything, see what it's like. Kind of have a light weight with it if you can. Don't start working on it, but just having that notion like, oh, this is here. This is here too. It wants to attend the ritual today. And then coming here, so the more we are learning to rest and notice how in the midst of any form moving, or just not so much moving, that there's something unmovable. And that in that unmovable nature that we are, That's where we want to rest. Because what happens, the more we rest as that unmovable nature, the more you could say, our wavelength, our bandwidth, our wavelength deepens, gets higher, gets more pronounced. And that is what heals everything. That is what brings everything home. So we step out of the consciousness of mind, small mind, that wants our attention. Like, come here, I want you to think about this or do this. And again, there's nothing wrong with thinking. But we want to kind of come into a deeper and wider resting in and as our nature, which is a higher wavelength or higher frequency or higher awareness than you could say small mind. Small mind will be melting into big mind. So the more we are in big mind, our true nature, that is a higher frequency, a higher wavelength, the easier it is to, as our higher nature, to meet, you could say, a lower nature. Let's call it that way, big mind holding that which is the absolute, so that this small mind can start melting into that. So the more we are resting as big mind, it kind of slurps up anything that's not big mind. Yeah, do you get a little bit the sense? So who was it? Was it Einstein or I don't even know. But you cannot try to fix something from the consciousness that it was created. Yeah. So you could say men made or mind made consciousness. You don't want to kind of particularly heal that with the mind made consciousness. You want to heal that or bring that home from a no mind consciousness, which is the absolute, which is the freedom that we are. Yeah. And that is what is looking. That is what is meeting and receiving what is. So, and I will guide us in that today. This sense we're meeting, receiving all that is in big mind, in and as our true nature, so that we know that's where we're located. That's what we are. So I hope that makes sense.